So I'm in the real estate game. That's really all I do. I'm just flipping land. It's like wholesale. So I'm wholesaling vacant land. So I'm finding a piece of property, getting it under contract. I don't buy the property. I know you do rentals and stuff. I don't buy the property. I don't invest in any type of property. Get it under contract and I flip the contract. So it's like a middleman game.
So let's start from the very beginning. How you got into like business, getting into real estate as well.
Long start, bro.
I know.
So 2 years ago, I was in the Airbnb space. So I was doing Airbnb rentals, arbitrage. Same thing. Not buying anything, just getting properties, under a lease and then flipping putting the properties on Airbnb, short-term rentals, and they started doing like background checks out of nowhere. And from high school, I had like a little felony in high school from a fight. A fight, bro. It was crazy. I don't even know who this guy was, bro. So got into a fight in high school, got a felony for it, got arrested. That was on my record. Had to deal with a bunch of stuff, with court, a year of probation, and out of nowhere, like Airbnb just shut down my account. And I was like, dang, I'm stuck with all these leases, and there's nothing I could do with them, So luckily I talked to the owner, the landlord, and he let me out of the lease, so I was good. And then I started doing high ticket sales for an Airbnb coaching program. So I was just, a closer, getting my commission, whatever, made good money with that. Moved down to Miami. That kind of came to an end. And from there, I was just trying all these different things. I started a solar company for a little bit with partners down here. I had two different partners. I started that once. It failed the first time with one guy. Just, it made no sense. It wasn't working out. And I started it out again with another guy. Same situation. Didn't go anywhere. So
where were you before Miami?
In Boca. So I'm from Palm Beach. I grew up in Palm Beach, like West Palm Beach, and I went to college in Boca, and then I moved down here, bro. As soon as I made my first dollar, I moved to Miami, and then I also spent my last dollars in Miami and had to make it all back.
How old were you when you moved down here to Miami?
23.
23.
So I've been here for like 2.5 years now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So you did the actual solar panel stuff. It didn't work out. What'd you do after that?
I was trying a little bit of everything, man. I hopped on a few other coaching programs. Like I was running some other coaching programs because that was my thing. Let me think what else in between. I mean, that's it. Bro, I've tried everything. I've tried e-commerce. I've tried like the rental properties. Like I've literally tried everything.
And you're friends with like Samir, KT Hustles, all those guys?
Yeah, I'm cool with those guys. Yeah. They kill it with the e-com stuff. For me, it didn't stick. I probably just didn't have the right guidance. Like those things, like you really need like top dogs like telling you like, hey, here's exactly what you need to do, or it's pretty tough to actually like see success in it unless you have a few $100,000 to blow on testing products, testing ads, things like that. So it's tough. But I got into this today. I had a few friends, actually multiple friends, all that I grew up with that were wholesaling. They were wholesaling real estate. Some were doing houses, some were doing land. And the guys that were doing land, it's like, all right, screw it. They're killing it. Like I've literally failed at just about everything at this point. Like I'm just going to try it out. And I paid them to learn. They taught me a little bit. And I had another guy that actually ended up like helping me out a little bit more, just free game. But it was like the super like small things that like just blew it up for me. Just being able to ask like questions like, yo, like what do I do in this situation? What do I do here? Is this a good property? And then it started taking off. I did like 20K my first month, like right away. But I had good guidance, like I had really good guidance. It's a crazy hustle though.
Like wholesaling, because we've discussed wholesaling before, but you're the first person that wholesaling land.
Yeah, man. Like it's not as many people do it.
That's a whole other, because land, for me as a real estate guy, like property is one thing, right? You can get your cash returns, you get a loan, you can figure out how much money you're gonna make, but like buying land is like way more risky. But like if you know what you're doing, you can kill it, because very few people, a lot of people can invest in real estate, very few people can invest in land,
right.
And know what they're doing. So no, that's interesting. I've never met anyone that like, I've only met like a few people that do land, let alone land wholesaling. So very interesting. Sorry, you were telling us about.
No, but it's cool with land because land taught me like everything from like the bottom up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like you can do anything.
I know exactly what to look for. I know what makes the land good. I know what makes it bad. I know what the biggest home builders in all of America are looking for as far as what areas, the piece of land, exactly what they're building on it. So that's my next play.
Bro, if you can do land, you can literally do anything.
You can do anything.
You can, and the thing is with land is like you can get in at a fucking great price and you can see things that other investors simply can't see.
Because people paid nothing for these properties years ago. Most of them just got it handed down. Like they just got it handed
Family.
down
They
to
just
them.
want to get rid of it a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean it's quick cash.
Yeah,
They pay
I know,
taxes on it, things like that.
Is Okeechobee, is that area still like hot for
Okeechobee?
land? Okeechobee, I'm sorry. Yeah,
It's
West Palm
popping,
area?
bro.
Okay, because I've
popping.
heard from a couple guys like that's a great place to buy land. But
Are
I'm
you
like, I
talking
don't know
about
what the
like
fuck to do over
Okeechobee,
there.
like by Lake Okeechobee?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
popping.
Yeah,
it's
up
popping
there.
hard.
Okay.
Super hard.
Because I've heard about that, and I was like, they're like, bro, you need to get it. I was like, dude, I don't know shit about
see,
land. I was
someone
scared, but I didn't know because
Someone that knows what to do.
Yeah.
Follows lead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy, man. Like honestly, like I could sit here and explain it all day, which I will, but it's a very simple play.
Yeah.
It's like the county and these cities, they have plans for these subdivisions, like what's going to happen here, what's going to happen there. So it's like you can call and say, hey, what's up here, what's up there, and kind of just see what development plans they have, what kind of like shopping centers are going to be built, schools, maybe things like that. And you just know like this is the next big place, like Okeechobee in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
You
and
know
for
what
the
I mean?
audience, just because I know we have a lot of people here that might not be familiar with Florida. That's like, is it in Palm Beach County? Like half it is in Palm Beach, and the
I
other
don't know
part
what
is-
county, but it's a little bit west, right
Okay.
under the lake. Yeah,
Okay,
So it's right by the lake.
It's like maybe what 2 hours from here, I would say,
probably.
but roughly 2
2
hours from here,
hours,
guys.
2.5
It's going
hours.
towards. It's on. You got to get on. It's on 95. I think 95
I don't even
touches
know.
it.
Bro, I just
Okay.
look at the map all day and I
75.
know Florida like the back of my
75,
hand.
yeah.
75.
So I think 95 touches it, but then 75 going towards Tampa absolutely cuts through it.
Correct.
Prime real estate there, guys, for land. And people were telling me about it for years, but I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And like, I'm
still
glad we got
popping.
somebody here.
It
that
started
knows.
popping years ago and it's still like going crazy,
I
bro.
believe it. I
So,
believe it. Florida real estate. And then
it's-
now with the new mayor that's about to come in New York.
oh man, everyone's about to move
Yo!
down here, bro.
Bro.
I'm in
Yeah.
panic mode. I'm in panic
Yeah.
mode right now, trying to find the next area because
No, you're gonna kill it,
Miami's full. All these areas are full though.
bro. He won.
Yeah.
I did a whole thing on this. This mayor in New York, Zerani, he's gonna win, bro. He's a shoe-in.
He's Muslim,
He's a Muslim socialist.
Yeah, bro.
and he approves of the gay side.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
That don't make sense to me, bro.
He's a super liberal, bro. He's a woke Muslim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Bro,
that makes-
bro,
That's
they're
like an
cooked, bro.
oxymoron. How does that work?
Yeah,
You're Muslim,
like,
but
he's for everybody, but like they're cooked, bro. They're
Yeah,
cooked.
no, I mean everyone's gonna leave New York.
Yeah.
Except for the minorities. Everyone's gonna leave New York.
Anyone that has money's out, bro.
Yeah.
And they're coming to Florida.
Yep.
You already know.
You know that guy Jay Roberts? He invests a lot
Bro,
of money.
that's so funny.
He's
I'm gonna
coming.
tell you,
He's coming
wait.
to Miami. He's bringing everyone to Miami after that. Guy
I'm gonna
wins.
tell you such a funny story.
Yeah, yeah.
So my
He's winning
friend,
too.
He's
I've been,
he's
I-
the fucking
crazy.
W. Yeah.
So I've been wanting a mentor. Listen
Yeah.
to this. That's crazy that you just brought that up. I've never hit anyone up. I've never asked anyone for help. My boy Nick was like, "Yo, I'm a huge fan of that guy because he's legit. No one's
he's
legit.
legit, bro.
He's legit.
Yeah.
Prosper Group, bro. I shot him a DM 2 days ago. We're having a meeting tomorrow at 11:30.
Wow.
And I just hit him up humbly. Bro, I want to be like you one day. Like, this is my dream. And he answered me, surprisingly. We're
Nice.
literally meeting tomorrow at 11:30. So I'm like, let's
Well,
go.
the good thing about Alex, his ads are everywhere. You can't not go on Instagram and not see him
Oh, okay,
on
nice,
land
nice,
flipping.
nice. Good.
And you've been in Miami for quite some time. You met all the ballers, all the guys making money. And
Yeah.
we talk about this all the time. Like, bro, this nigga's really broke. This nigga's pretending. But you know how to make money for sure. So you're watching from Money Monday. How can I make money today from land flipping or wholesaling?
It's crazy. Like, everyone says their business model is the best business model.
Yeah.
But like with this, like I can teach anyone in 2 hours. Like I could literally show you guys in 2 hours. Like you already know the area, Okeechobee, Myron. Get a property in Okeechobee for 17,000 and you'll flip it for 25,000 in a day and make $8,000. So it's like that easy. It's literally that easy, man. You just need to know the areas and you have to have the smallest amount of guidance. I mean, that's it. Just like minimal guidance, just pointed in the right direction. Like anybody can figure it out.
So someone's watching right now. They got like 2K to their name,
You don't
maybe.
need money.
Nothing at all.
No, because you can literally go on Zillow.com,
Mm-hmm.
like where you can buy properties, you can buy land, put properties for sale, properties for rent. And if you know what areas to look, of course, all you have to do is call the listings. If there's 100 pieces of land available in this one tiny city, all you have to do is call every single listing and lowball them. Someone's going to say yes. Half of those people are listing the property because they're desperate. So you're literally calling. This is how I started, right? I didn't used to do any marketing. You know, I didn't do anything that costed money. I used Zillow.com for free. So you go on Zillow, you literally just make offers to these realtors. Hey, I'm an investor. I'm interested in, this piece of property in Okeechobee. I can offer 17,000 cash. I can close in 30 days. You get a signed contract, and then you look who's building the houses in Okeechobee. Hey, I got a piece of land in Okeechobee. I'm asking, $25,000. And you flip it, you make your 8,000, and you do it again. So it's like you can get your first deal right away. Bro, I literally got my first deal like right away. just like that.
Yeah, I mean the barrier to entry, there's no barrier. You can literally call them on Zillow. So when you're on Zillow, like, do you have to like search something? Because I've never seen it. Obviously, it's for home listings.
Right,
do you have
right.
to like put a
Just
certain thing
lots,
for a land?
just lots and land.
You just
so
search
you
lots
know
of
how you
land.
could select houses, apartments, condos, things like that. Like you literally just choose land.
Okay, I
And
didn't
now
even see.
all you see is land. And obviously, I mean, it's common sense. If this area has 1,000 pieces of land listed and this area has 50, like where do you think the jackpot is? You know?
Gotcha.
And if there's 1,000 pieces of land listed on the market, like you're gonna get someone to say yes, because half of those people are desperate for money.
Yeah.
Why else would they be listing their property they bought 20 years ago, you know, for 15 grand cash?
Yeah.
Like they just need the money quick for something, whatever it
Oh,
is.
are they all like cash deals pretty much?
Everyone owns it cash. I've never done a deal where someone financed the land. It's all
Really?
cash. They all own it cash. Passed down through the family, inheritance, you know, mom, grandparents died, they were on the deed. I mean, it's always that. Or they
Okay.
bought it 20 years ago for,
Can you even get? I'm trying to think. Like, what loan would you even get? Can you even get land
I
loans?
honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Like I've bought some land, done a couple houses, like new construction, and it's like, I don't even know.
yeah,
when it
'cause
comes
you
to
can't even-
loans.
I don't even think you can get a loan on.
You got to
land.
buy it cash.
I mean, you could. No, I mean, some people have had mortgages like held on their land, where they have to get like payoff quotes from the bank and stuff to be able to sell the property. So I mean, you can. I just have no clue.
Yeah.
No clue where.
Like,
what
I
the
don't know if
terms.
you'd be able to get a conventional 30-year or any of that shit. Like, it's got to be some kind of
I don't know.
unorthodox loan.
I've never looked into it, honestly.
So okay, so the good thing is, I guess on the bad side, people can say, oh, it's cash, but on the good side, it's you could close it quickly, and the people are amenable more to
And you're not putting up the
negotiation.
cash. You don't need the cash. You
Yeah.
have a contract that you can flip.
Exactly.
That's
yeah,
it.
you're just getting it under contract.
Yeah, you just flip the contract. You don't
So
need
you're the
money.
middleman.
You're the middleman. You don't have anything to worry about. You can cancel the deal if you can't find someone to buy it. It's like,
So let's say I'm following your process, right? And I start doing wholesaling today. If I max it out, I just grind for 30 days. How much could I make in like roughly like a month?
it's always tough to say, and like people always ask me that. I hate giving like a number because it's like everyone is like different when it comes to obviously intelligence, work ethic, discipline. But I just don't see how someone can't squeeze out 1 or 2 deals a month. Like I just if you're calling every day, you're putting in the work. It's really tough to not do 1 to 2 deals per month, and that's every deal is 5 to 7 grand in your pocket, and that's why it's a crazy business model. E-commerce, all these models, they're crazy business models, bro. You could sell your company for $50 million, you know, but you need real money and real experience to start, and you have to be cool, not taking any profit or making any profit for 6 to 8 months.
While you
know?
test it out.
That's a learning curve. The learning curve for this, like there isn't one. You know, you watch a few videos, you're through the learning curve, you don't need money, and you make money right away.
Yeah.
My
the thing is,
business-
you just got to grind, which I could take that. Like no capital needed. Just are you passionate? Are you willing to do
That's
it?
it. You have to be
And
a
you can
hustler,
make
just
it-
like
yeah.
anything else. Like literally just like anything else, you just have to work. And
Because
that's
like
what
the
a lot
good
of
thing
people-
with this, with wholesaling, and I tell people this all the time, like you can make money, you can make great money in it. You just have to like really grind. Because like people think,
Yeah.
oh, well, I don't need any money, like, or how do I do something without any money? And like you're
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
to put work in.
You have to put work in. I
Because
mean,
I remember going to work for 30 days straight, a month. I'm making $3,500.
okay, so put it into yourself,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
One deal is $5K.
That's
Yeah,
what I tell
easily.
everyone. The average American can quit their job for 1 deal per month.
Yeah.
And it's just not hard, man. Like I know everyone says this isn't hard. That's not hard. It's just really not hard.
I mean, if you think about it, okay, let's say you work 40 hours a week. If you take that 40 hours per week
Oh
and
my
you're
God.
calling all day, like
Yeah.
if you literally take 8 hours and you're calling all day, you're on Zillow, you're calling every single day, you're calling, making offers, you can get at least one thing under contract 40 hours in a week, at
I mean,
least one
people
contract.
always get contracts,
Yeah.
like left and right, like anybody. It's. I'm telling you, you
Yeah.
can get a con. If you
Because
call,
you just make the offer and they'll be
just
like,
make the
yeah.
offer, and they're
Yeah.
gonna say yeah. So you'll always get a contract. You just have to find someone to buy the contract.
Okay, so the harder part you would say is getting the contract easy. Converting the contract is probably the harder part.
Man, it's yes and no, because it's like when you're working with these large builders, D.R. Horton, all these big guys that everyone knows, LGI, Lennar. It's not like you could just shoot them a text message. Hey, here's what I have. It's kind of, you got to go through a few people to get them to actually answer you. And remember, how many people are probably doing the same thing to get them to?
Sure.
But it's just a matter of persistency. Like we'll call people 10 times, and then they'll take the piece of land that we have. Just
Gotcha.
because they don't answer doesn't mean they're not interested. They just don't see it. You're dealing with some of the biggest cash heavy guys in probably all of real estate.
Oh yeah, and they're buying it from you cash, right?
Everything.
Like, yeah.
Cash, bro. And I mean,
No
they
loans.
spend.
Yeah.
They're spending like 10. Some of these builders will spend like $10 million a month on land cash.
I believe it.
It's crazy.
Well, you save money. and it's faster.
It's faster, just easier.
You can lowball the fuck out of people with cash deals. Like one of the best ways to get a deal accepted is offering cash. Because especially when they're desperate, you're like, yo, I could close in 2 weeks.
I'll pay cash. We'll close in 2 weeks. You don't have to worry about anything. Let's just get it done. No financing. Let's go.
Yeah. And if they're in debt and they need money, it's perfect.
Because banks, bro, like with banks, like you get a deal under contract, you think it's going to happen, and then the bank says, sorry, we can't finance it.
Oh my
and
God.
then they can back out the contract, get their earnest money back, and you're cooked as the seller.
It happens all the time. There was projects I was trying to do where we couldn't get the lending approved. Like trying to buy it. It was in Tennessee. Like the land was like $500,000 just for the land, and you build multi-million-dollar houses out there. Yeah. Couldn't get approved for the lending.
Tennessee is growing at a rapid rate, man.
Crazy.
Tennessee and Florida, bro. Nashville, incredible.
It was in Nashville.
Really?
Is it Nashville?
Nashville, Knoxville. Even Memphis is starting to go, bro, because in Memphis, they're doing the teardowns. They're buying every shitty house, they're knocking it down, and they're building a nice house.
Dude, Tennessee is growing exponentially, man.
Somebody watching now, where should they buy land? Just watching this podcast.
Buy land or try to wholesale?
Buy land.
If you want to buy land, I mean, I would say there's a few areas like right now in like Arkansas, kind of like in the middle of nowhere, like Hot Springs, Arkansas, Bella Vista, Arkansas.
Ooh.
They're building a huge Walmart.
They're doing a lot of weird stuff,
like
bro.
There's something, I forget what it is in Arkansas. I think it's a Walmart supercenter or like some kind of headquarters.
It's going crazy right now.
There, yeah.
It's actually all you have to look for is like where is like the next community going to be built. So people will own hundreds of acres of land at once, and then what do they have to do? They have to subdivide it. So they subdivide it into all these quarter acres, and then they start selling off the smaller lots to people that want to build a home one day. I mean, it becomes a community. That's all it is. And that's a big play too. If you can get into that, you purchase the land and then you entitle it. If you could find 100 acres that you're able to subdivide into quarter acres, I mean, that's 400 lots right there. You purchase it, you entitle it, you either sell off all the lots individually and squeeze out the most money possible, or you just sell it to a huge LGI, Lennar Homes, D.R. Horton, and they'll build a whole community on it. You make, I mean, bro, I know people that have made 2-3 mil cash in their pocket, assignment fee off of doing stuff like that. I don't touch that stuff yet. I just do the smaller stuff right now, and I do volume. That's kind of my thing.
You could probably do volume and less bureaucracy.
Those take a while, but I mean, it's worth it.
Yeah,
it's worth it.
And how old are you now?
25.
Wow,
nice.
Pretty young, bro.
So, I guess so. Basically, the block is, and it's completely doable because you get on Zillow, call, look for lots, make cash offers, get under contract. The buyer doesn't know that the seller doesn't know that you don't have the cash.
They don't know.
They think you're going to buy it.
And they honestly don't care.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
They just want the property gone.
So 30 days, they think they're going to get, or you tell 30-day contract, I'm assuming?
Usually 30 is the standard. There's some areas where you need like 45. Other areas, some builders are like, hey,
even for cash,
10 days, let me just walk past it and I'll let you know. But all these like larger builders, they have like a process,
Okay.
So they take a little bit longer. They don't have many boots on the ground. They do everything.
Okay. So even though it's a cash deal, you tell them 30 days.
Yeah.
To buy yourself more time,
days.
of course.
Yeah.
Because that's a standard deal anyway. Then you go ahead, you call your people. Hey, I got this land.
I have a huge list already, but if you did not have a list, I mean, it's a simple system. You can Google home builders, Miami, Florida. Like, it's just, it's easy.
So let's say
it's so easy.
I'm here in Miami, and I want to sell land in Georgia. Is it like a remote job I can do?
Yeah, bro, everywhere.
Easy.
I've never left my house. I mean, I had one contract in Miami. That's the only time I've ever been like, I'm going to go check out this piece of land. It was just right here in the roads, whatever, Coral Gables.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go check out a piece of land. This is the first time I've had a contract local. No, you do everything on the computer. You could see everything. Google Maps, the flood zone maps, the wetlands maps. That's all you need to.
And the seller's going to take good pictures.
Yeah.
There's no pictures ever.
Oh, they don't show pictures of
It's
land?
so rare, bro. Honestly, it's so rare.
So you just go on straight Google, not even them.
Yeah, but there's websites like you can check flood zones. You can see if it's in a flood zone, if it requires flood insurance. You can check to see if it has power lines in front of it, so it has accessible power. There's websites you could check the utility connection.
Whoa.
Is it connect? So it's like, bro,
that's
you don't leave the house.
Can you give us some of the
building codes
checklists? Yeah,
like
can you give us like some of the things to like look for? Like stay away from water.
I mean, all you're staying away from is you stay away from flood zones because it's a flood risk. And building a new house there, you have to have like additional flood insurance. I don't know the exact cost, but it's up there because builders will not mess with it at all if they don't care. Wetlands, which is basically when the soil has a little more water. than it's supposed to have. It can't hold the foundation of a house. Power, does it have power, or is it in the middle of nowhere where you can't turn the lights on? And utilities, that's really it.
I remember the property I bought, I made sure it was above flood zone because that would have been a bad deal.
Where? Which one?
I won't say where it is.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wait, when you say utilities, you're saying like it needs to be close to...
Like utilities, does it connect to the city's water and the city's sewer system, or do you need to drill a well and put in a septic tank because it doesn't have either? Those are additional costs.
This guy built a 10-plex property, right, here in Miami, and he didn't check the actual plumbing and the water supply.
You'll get
he got
screwed.
fucked, bro.